Get ready for the show, it's about to begin. Pro fan talk when we dive right in. Sports talk, hot takes, ain't nothing we lack. We the real fans, nothing holding us back. Mic check, 1, 2, y'all know the drill. We bringing the energy, we keep it real. Touchdowns on liquid air, run the slam dunks on the court. Every sport, every game, we holding down the fort. We breaking down the plays, dissecting the stats. Pro fan talk, we keeping it fat. Debating with passion, no filter, no doubt. We the voice of the fans, we scream and we shout. Get ready for the show, it's about to begin. Pro fans.
What's going on? If you got to take the loop off. What's going on, folks? We in the building. No GSV logo. Hey, I got to update it, Aaron. I got to update it. I ain't had time to update it. That was my, I added a little bit from last year. So I had to work with what I had. I haven't had a chance to actually go back in and redo that first section. So no, I didn't forget the GSV logo. I just haven't had a chance to add it. But that's a good catch by you, though. That's a good catch by you. I appreciate that. That means you're paying attention. So I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. I will have the GSV logo. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna get some GSV merch. I'm gonna get an Indiana Fever golf shirt, and I'm definitely gonna get a GSV golf shirt as well. So yeah, I missed that one, but I appreciate you. Good catch, Carlos. First out the limo. What's going on? We are in the final couple of days, man. It's been a crazy couple of days with these cuts, with these WNBA cuts, because everybody has surprises. Everybody has surprises. I was looking online and looking at the when Indiana raided Bree Hall, it was like everybody was trying to outdo the other team. It was Bree Hall, then it was Liatu King. Nobody saw that one coming. Jordan Hobbs, then Madison Scott gets got. Let me see. Delia Daniels, Diamond Johnson, Deja Kelly. Everybody lost their shit when Deja Kelly got cut. I did a video about that last night. When Deja Kelly went down, I was like, oh my God. Oh my goodness. So, but we talked about it last night. That's the business of it. That's the business of professional sports, because they don't have enough spots. 12 is not enough spots. And I believe, especially after everything that just happened and all of these prominent players who got axed, I think that's going to be at the top of the list in the CBA renegotiation. We gotta have at least 15 slots. I think that's going to be the magic number. Maybe I could see 14, because you got to remember, depending on how many roster spots they add for each team, that means, and I'm overgeneralizing, because I don't know, this is a $2.2 billion media rights deal, right? But I don't know how that money is going to be divvied up. I don't know how much money that is per year for the league. Those are the questions you got to answer, because once you break it, because it's not just 2.2 billion divided by 10 years. It's not that simple. But you can get a gist of how much money they're going to have per year. And let's just say it's 220 million. Let's just say it's that. Let's say it's between 200 and 250 million bonus per year, right? Because everything's not going to stay the same. Whatever the deal is today, you're going to have more advertisers coming on board. You're going to be having more sponsors coming on board as the years go through. If everything goes the way it's projected, as long as nothing stupid happens, nothing crazy happens, and it goes the way it's projected to go, they should be okay. You're going to have injuries. You're going to have some of the major players that might miss time. That is not uncommon in any league. So expect that to happen. So it's going to even itself out. But for the most part, the WNBA as a league is headed in the right direction. But we got to figure out and the people representing the players, how much are they going to get per year out of that 2.2 billion? I believe it was 2.2 billion over 11 years. I think that was it. WNBA media rights deal. I think it was 11 years. Yes. Estimated to be worth 2.2 billion over 11 years. So that's a lot of hamburgers. So let's see if we can do the math. 2.2 billion. I think I was right with like 220 million. 2.2 billion divided by 11. 200 million. Okay, so yeah, 200 million. So let's say between 200 and 225 million. That's the bonus that they're getting per year. Right? So let's just say they've been losing 25 million a year. Last year it was 40, but it was 40. It would have been that same 25 to 30 million dollars a year that they were losing last year. The only reason it went up to 40 is because they had to get the private planes. They had to do that. You remember in the beginning of the year, nobody had private planes. And then, Caitlin Clark was coming through airports and people were mobbing her. Angel Reese was coming through and people were mobbing her, and it became a security risk. So they had to do that. So they had to pony up the money. I'm curious as to why they had to pony up that money, because shouldn't Southwest Airlines be the official airlines of the WNBA or something like that? It should be some type of sponsorship deal or something like that, so the WNBA doesn't have to come completely out of pocket. You would think so. Now, I could be wrong, and I know some of the players have deals with airlines and things of that nature, so maybe I just don't know all the particulars, but so we'll see. So they got 200 million a year. So let's say 200 million, they lose 40, let's say 30 million. So now you're down to 170 million. Now 170 million in the positive is a lot better than it used to be for the W. Now, let's say out of that 170 million, now you got 170 million, right? And we all guessing. With 170 million divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 teams. So now we got 170 divided by 14 teams. So now you got 12 million. Yeah, you got a bonus of 12 million plus in the positive. 12 million, 12.1 for each team. And we're reaching on the math. I know that. We're reaching on the math a little bit. So now you got 12 million per team. Now, how you going to pay a player? How is every team going to have $1 million player? You only got 12 million, because you still got to pay the staff. You still got to pay your lease. Do you own the place that you're working out at? Did you build your own facility? Are you paying for lights? Are you paying? How much is your coach getting paid? And your trainers and things of that nature. What kind of marketing budget do you have? What kind of social media budget that you have? All of this stuff we've been bitching that the WNBA hasn't been doing. The other leagues got it because they pay for it. They pay for it. And we got to remember that the W ain't had no money like this ever. So I hope they got a good accountant, because they got to figure out how they're going to spend this money. So let's just say it's around 12 to 15 million per team per year. What are they going to do with that money? What are they going to do with that? How are they going to divvy that money? Can 12 million per franchise, is that enough to give several players on your team $1 million contract on top of what everybody else is getting? Because now the salary is going to go up. Now it ain't going to just be a couple players making 68,000 and 70 something thousand. Now I would imagine the 60, 70,000 is going to be maybe an undrafted undrafted contract? What's the floor going to be for the players? Is it going to be 100,000? In 1993, I was an undrafted free agent for the Eagles. I made 100K. And when you think about it, even though it was 1993, that's not a lot of money when you talk about um, um, taxes and where you live. And if you're making 68,000 a year, but you play for the New York Liberty, come on now, you need that NIL money. Stuff like that has to be taken in consideration. If you got a 4-year deal worth 275,000, but you're only getting paid 68, 70 something thousand a year, but you play for LA, it doesn't mean the same. The athletes are looking good. The women are looking good that play for Minnesota, that play for Connecticut, that play for Las Vegas, that play for Indiana. Because the cost of living in those cities, that's pretty good. Golden State, nope. LA, nope. New York, nope. Dallas, I don't know about Dallas. I think the cost of living in Dallas is pretty decent. It all depends on where you live. But Dallas is not like New York or LA. They paying out the ass to live out there. So those are things that have to be taken into consideration. Um, and I'm sure they do. I had heard stories about like when Kelsey Plum, or was it? No, that came out with the De'Erica Hamby thing. When she was down in Vegas, part of the deal is they were supposed to have apartments, they were supposed to have a place to stay, and they were supposed to have a leased car. It was by the team, but the team would give out the cars, and I'm sure there was a sponsorship deal. It works to their advantage, but they can get deals like that in almost every city, and I'm sure they're going to have that. So that would counteract some of the cost. That way, the teams don't have to come out in pocket. And then, of course, you got the stars on every team. You know what I mean? Caitlin Clark is not going to miss no meals. Caitlin Clark, she giving away her check. Her State Farm check dwarfs anything she making from the W. Let's keep that real. That's why Unrivaled was trying to pay her $5 million. They wasn't stupid. So the real thing is, how are they going to divvy out this money, man? That is going to be interesting, because it's not just about player salary. You got to have everybody running the ship. What good is, you the captain of the ship, but you can't even pay the people to help run the ship? Who in the boiler room? Who's doing that job? The captain ain't doing that job. So I think a lot of times the players and people watching the NBA or the WNBA, that everybody's talking about, yeah, we should. I saw the thing that Enrique said the other day. We should be having $1 million players on. I don't know that. I don't know that. In my opinion, it's only maybe 2 or 3 players that really deserve a $1 million contract. I can think of 4, maybe 4, because I'm thinking of who is going to, wherever they go, who's going to attract that crowd. Obviously, is Caitlin. Obviously, is Angel, Asia Wilson, and I'm thinking maybe Stewie, maybe Brianna Stewart, especially coming off a title year. Maybe Fee. Fee is that good, but will she demand that type of audience? When Fee goes to play, when Minnesota comes to town, are they selling out? That's what you're going to need to see. That's what you want to see with these other teams that's going to be playing after the Fever. I think it was smart that they got the Indiana Fever on TV so much, but it's risky. It's risky. So, you never know what's going to happen. You just saw what happened to Jason Tatum. So any thoughts of the Celtics going back to the finals may have just got carted off the court. One play. The whole complexion of the finals changed with one play. What up, Kev? So it's very interesting, and I'm very I can't wait to get this year started, because there's so much hype. and the hype is high. But what you got to watch is when it settles down. When the hype settles, where does it even out? That's what you want to see, because it's gonna, like I keep saying, we're gonna have our peaks and valleys, but the peaks and valleys gonna keep going up and up and up. Gonna keep going up. That's what I want to see. But lots of cuts, lots of cuts. Everybody was talking about Deja Kelly, so let's go ahead and start with the Las Vegas Aces, right? So, and by the way, what time is it? It is 8:35. I'm gonna drop the link in about 10 minutes. At 8:45, I'm gonna drop the link. So if anybody wants to come in, what's going on, Tiffany? If anybody wants to come on the show and I'll give you a couple minutes, say what you got to say, and we're gonna keep it moving. But I will drop the link in about 10, 15 minutes. So, but we got Las Vegas. So we got Jackie Young, Kirsten Bell. Now, Kirsten Bell is interesting. Kirsten Bell, she was the one that everybody was a little upset that they kept instead of Deja Kelly. But if you saw my video the other night, Kirsten Bell, they exercised her 4th year last year, so they can't cut her. Well, no, let me take that back. They can cut her, but if they do cut her, they got to pay her. Whatever her 4th year contract is, I think it was $68,000, whatever it was. She's in the 4th year of that rookie deal, but they exercised that option. So whether they keep her or cut her, they got to pay her. So they would rather keep her. Deja Kelly was obviously better than she was. I was wondering what all the big to do was, because she kept putting that stuff out on Instagram. And I was like, why everybody worrying about her all of a sudden? She wasn't even on the radar. And then all of a sudden she was popping up. And I was like, did something happen? I was like, then I started reading about the contract. Then you saw what happened with Deja. And I was like, oh, okay, I get it. I get it. She was flexing a little bit like, I'm good. They ain't going to cut me. And if they do cut me, I'm getting paid. I'm getting paid. What's up, bro, Claude? So, but, you know, after everything that happened, that made sense. That made sense. So, Indy, Seattle, Las Vegas will start the season with 11-man rosters. Yes, because they got a couple of injuries. Indiana with Sophie Cunningham. Sophie Cunningham going to be out for at least a couple of weeks. She turned that ankle good. I saw that. I was watching that game. She turned her ankle something nice. So I don't think she broke anything. I think she just got a severe ankle sprain. But again, I see Sophie Cunningham, and then I just see what just happened to Jason Tatum, and I'm like, woof. She lucked out because she came down on that foot. It wasn't a dirty play. She just came down on the girl's foot, and her ankle turned. And I'm like, man, don't y'all get y'all ankles wrapped all the way up? Y'all better go back to the high tops. Stop bull jabbing. So, all right, Krista Bell. So, okay, so she ain't going nowhere. Tiffany Mitchell, Crystal Bradford, Dana Evans, Chelsea Gray. Chelsea Gray, I got a feeling Chelsea Gray is going to be serious this year. She was hurt all last year. Then she did what she did in the Olympics. Then she did what she did in Unrivaled. Chelsea Gray is going to come out swinging. We're going to see some things from her. Aaliyah Nye, I'm looking forward to seeing her. Just as a rookie to watch. Then you got big girl Megan Gustafson. Of course, Asia's going to be Asia. Asia got a chip on her shoulder. Now, I ain't crazy about that pink hair. But that's just me. But Asia going to come out swinging because she got a chip on her shoulder now. Jewel Lloyd going to be good. Cheyenne Parker-Tyus, Elizabeth Kitley, and Kia Stokes. So they are set up. Becky Hammond. Becky Hammond's a good coach. She's a good coach. Let me see. Seattle got roster spots with Katie Lou going down for the season. Listen, let me tell you something. Gabby Williams, Dominique Malonga, and Deja Kelly. Woo-wee. If that were to happen, that's going to be a problem. That is going to be a problem. I don't think people are talking about this enough, that Gabby Williams and Dominique Malonga are playing together, and they already know each other. So now you got somebody that can guide her, speaks her language. You got some familiarity and some comfort. I think maybe it wasn't on. Maybe I wasn't talking about the WNBA. I think I was on with Tone, my boy Tone, when we do the Eagles off-season show, and I was talking to him about how much a difference it makes when you're a rookie going into camp and you have somebody familiar in camp with you, and the 6 degrees of separation kind of break itself down, because obviously you want somebody that played at your school. That would be phenomenal if you had somebody that played, whether you played with them or not, that was from your school. If they're not from your school, they're from your conference. If they're not from your conference, maybe you just know them and you played together at AAU or something. Whatever it is, whatever that thing that binds y'all together. When you have somebody that you are familiar with, maybe you played with a couple years ago, whatever the situation is, that really helps your comfort level at the next level. And she got a girl from her country, both Olympians, and you got somebody that can speak the language. And what I mean by that, literally, I'm talking about speaking the language. So when they want to have that private conversation, they're going to go back to the native tongue. And it just makes them feel more comfortable. So I don't think people put enough into that, and they should. They really should. So I'm expecting, don't sleep on Seattle. Don't sleep on Seattle. Because Gabby Williams was given the women's Olympic team the business. She was giving them the business. And all of them, I'm a new fan of all of these French players coming in. Carla Liette, Gabby Williams, Dominique Malonga, Mina, what's the girl from Golden State? Mina Toure. She lit it up the other day. And I'm gonna find all of these French women because they are balling over here. They coming over here wrecking shop. They taking spots, and they should. So we'll see what's gonna happen, man. What's up, Wody Mac? That is a good question. Why did they keep Dana Evans? They kept her. That is a good question. I would think that they would have had better options, but it must mean something. And now you're talking about contract years, because this is her. Is this Dana Evans' 4th year or 5th year? Because I'm looking at what they got on the page. So does she have 4 years experience and she's beginning her 5th year? Like, I'm not, which one is it? So I think this is the year, because she's Aaliyah Nye is a rookie and they got her listed as a rookie. Okay, so Dana Evans is in her 4th year. Gotcha. Okay, so maybe Dana Evans is on the last year of her contract. Same way that we were talking about Kirsten Bell. They can't cut her. They exercised it, so they got to keep her. Layla Lacan for the Sun, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, but again, man, this is the Nubian. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Deja Kelly is better, but there's a lot of politics involved. There's the numbers game that's involved. That's what I was talking about earlier about one of the things in the CBA at the top of the list, they gotta expand the rosters. You got to go up to at least 14 or 15. I think 15 is the magic number, but I think you could get away with 14, 2 extra spots. That would make a world of difference. That will make a world of difference. So I don't know what they're going to do, but they need to have it. So, but yeah, man, I am Wody Mac. That's my girl right there, Marine Johannes for the Liberty. Oh my God, I done fell in love with that girl. Her and Mina Toure. I'm already a fan. I was a fan of Gabby Williams from the Olympics, so that's a done deal. I'm watching Seattle. Seattle got another fan in me. So, and hopefully, they don't have too many Skylar Diggins crash outs if she's not getting the ball enough, because Gabby Williams is going to be the one that makes that team go, in my opinion. Skylar Diggins gets streaky, but Gabby Williams is certified. So if her and Malonga can get that thing going, and if they manage to get Deja Kelly up there, Lord have mercy. Oh my goodness. And I'm curious. I got to look this up. I didn't have a chance to look at it before I started the show. I don't know what the stipulations are when you have injured players. Do they go on injured reserve? Do that? Like, I'm not sure how that works. If anybody in the chat understands how that works, let me know. Because like you got Sophie Cunningham's going to be out for a couple of weeks, but what about Georgia Amore? What about all of these other players that got major injuries that are going to be out for more than a month? Does that contract eat up that spot? That's what I'm not sure about. Can teams put them on injured reserve so they don't have to cut them, but now you got another open spot to bring a healthy player in to play? So I don't know. I'm ignorant of that fact, so I got to do some more homework in that. So, dude, listen, it is quite possible, and quite likely that Sellers was not as good as we thought she was. Happens every year. Easy example. And you know, I'm always good for using my NFL examples because I'm an NFL player. That's where I cut my teeth. But you go back, you look at the last 5 years, 10 years, however far you want to go back. You ain't got to go back far. And you look at all of the quarterbacks drafted in the first round. It doesn't necessarily have to be the first pick, but quarterbacks that were drafted in the first round, and you look at all of those quarterbacks, how many of them turned out to be any good? Not a lot. Some of them turn out to be average quarterbacks. Some of them don't even make it. And I'm saying that to say Cheyenne Sellers got a lot of hype behind her because she was good in college. But just because you was good in college doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to manifest at the next level. Happens every year in every sport. So maybe Cheyenne Sellers wasn't all she was cracked up to be. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Because if she was all of that, they would have kept her. They would have found a way to keep her. Now, when she left Golden State, it was my opinion, and I don't have any information. I don't know, have no behind the scenes or nothing like that. But it was my guess that after she got engaged, maybe she wanted to be back on the East Coast with her fiance or whatever. Because ain't they both from Maryland, I think? So I don't know what it was, but for her to get cut twice, and let me be honest with you, when you leave a team and then you join a new team, you gotta start all over again. You gotta make the new relationships. You gotta learn the playbook. You gotta learn the lay of the land. You gotta understand what environment you in. Golden State is a lot different than the East Coast, so you got to do things different. You got to get in a different rhythm, and sometimes that is difficult to do. Just sometimes that's difficult to do. So I don't know, but I know she ain't on the team. I know she's not on the team, and you never know. Um, you never know what's going on in somebody else's house. Let me say it like that, because a lot of these athletes, these pro athletes, they put on the front, and they make you think that they got it going on, but in reality, it's something totally different. That's possible. Women ain't no different. Women aren't any different. So I don't know what's going to happen, but they got their roster set. They got a pretty good roster. Then we go over to Atlanta, and let me see who did. Who did Atlanta waive today? Atlanta, they drove Maria Gactin. Now, she was, let me see if I'm thinking about the same person. Yeah, I am. 6'3" forward from North Carolina. Okay. She'll be playing probably in the French league or she's going over to Europe. Somebody will pick her up, but maybe it just wasn't working over here. Same thing with Bree Hall and some of the other ones. But here's the thing with all of these players getting cut, a lot of these players it's just the politics of it. And again, I keep going back to the roster spots. The roster spots. Because you can go down every position. And then you can say, I would have made this choice. I would have picked her instead of her. I'd have picked Cheyenne instead of this person. I would have happens every year on every team at every position. So um I don't I don't know. We're gonna see it. We're gonna see it this year. And I tell you what, the way these damn injuries been happening, that's why I was asking the question, what is the protocol when you get a major injury? Where does that roster spot go? Because at least I know the NFL rule is they can't cut you if you hurt, but they got to do something with that roster spot. That's why they came up with injured reserve. That was another thing that was collectively bargained. So you can preserve, you don't throw the guy out with the bathwater because he's nursing an injury, but you can still get somebody a roster spot. So listen, Thierry looked good, and let me tell you, I was already a fan of Pow Pow because Dawn Staley. Dawn Staley's a Philly girl. Do I even need to go into that again? Um, so I'm good with that. I'm good with that. So whatever. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, whatever. Dawn Staley's doing her thing. Everybody's talking about Bree Hall and and who else am I thinking of? What's the Sanaya Fagan? Well, Sanaya Fagan, she ain't going nowhere. But ain't nothing wrong with the way that Dawn Staley coach. Not a damn thing. But for the dream, but I'm a Pow Pow fan. She ain't scared. Y'all know better than to mess with them Samoan, them Polynesian women. Them Polynesian athletes do not play, male or female. They got an edge to them that is different. It's just different. That's the only way I can describe it. You look at Troy Polamalu. You look at Vita Vea. You look at Jordan Mailata. You look at my guy Visek Kahima when he played. Um, Polynesian athletes. Look at Puka Nakua. Polynesian athletes, they different, man. They different. They got a different edge to them. Naz Hillman, Tahina Pow Pow, she gonna play Jordan Canada. Now Jordan Canada got hit. She had that knee injury, and again, we got somebody that's not gonna play for a while. She's day to day at best. I don't know how serious her injury was. I know she went down in the heat. I haven't really seen any updates. If anybody else has seen an update on Jordan Canada, let me know in the chat. But I haven't seen an update on her. But Taylor Thierry, um, she's good. Ryan Howard's gonna be good. Nia Coffey's gonna be good. Haley Jones, Alicia Gray, Brianna Jones, um, Shatori Walker, Kimbrough, Maya Caldwell, Brittany Griner. And let's look at Brittany Griner trying to get a resurgence. But Brittany Griner getting up there in age. She getting up there in age. However, she been in the league the same amount of years as Natasha Howard has. And Natasha Howard looked phenomenal in camp. Natasha Howard did not look like she had been in the league for 11 years. Not even close. Not even close. So whatever fountain of youth they got, um, Brittany Griner is 6'9", and she gonna always be 6'9". Now she ain't the fastest moving thing on the floor, but she ain't gotta be. All she gotta do is make it down to the other end of the court, get a couple rebounds, and she good for launching a couple threes, but ain't nobody gonna jump over her, and you can't get through them weeds. She too tall. She too tall. Let's see if she dunks this year. I want to see her when she play Malonga when they play Seattle. Because now you got somebody, Brittany Griner is 6'9". Malonga, I believe, is 6'7". But Malonga's a lot younger, a lot faster. And let's see if she can get a dunk on Brittany. So we'll see. We shall see. Um, so hold on real quick. Hold on. So yeah, man, we got Mike Caldwell. Hold on, 6'9", 5'11", 6'3". Hold on. 6'3", 6'1", 6'2", 6'1". Jordan Canada's 5'6". Tahina's 5'9". Atlanta got a tall ass team. They guards are small. Thierry's a guard forward at 6'1", so she'll be fine. Ryan Howard 6'2", Nia 6'1", Haley 6'1", Alicia 6. I did not know Alicia Gray was 6 foot. My bad. Brianna Jones 6'3". Shatori Walker another guard 6. So man, Mike Caldwell 5'11". All right, Atlanta's gonna be better than advertised. Yeah, yeah. All right, and of course, let's look at let's see, Indiana Wave, Bree Hall. That was a little bit of a surprise, but not for me. Yvonne Ejim, Jalen Brown. Again, they don't have the spots. They don't have the spots. So now you got Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell came back. She wasn't going nowhere. Natasha Howard, like I was just saying, Natasha Howard, just based on what I was looking at in the preseason, she looked good. She looked damn good. And I'm not talking about, she was hitting everything she was throwing up and not like that. I'm just talking about somebody that's been in the league for 11 years. How are they moving up and down the court? Right? How are they moving on the court? Are they slow? Does it take them a while to rev up? Like that sort of thing. And Natasha Howard was in the mix. Dewana Bonner was in the mix. Dewana Bonner been in the league 17 years, y'all, and she was moving up and down that court. So guess they found the fountain of youth. Sophie Cunningham Sophie Cunningham plays bigger than 6'1", but we'll see how much this ankle injury slows her down. Lexi Hall has got the confidence now that she can take her shots and she can drain them. Damiris Dantas, she's hurt again. Now, here's the thing with Damiris. I really, really liked Damiris last year. She didn't play a lot, and it was my opinion that she was out of shape. I don't know I think she had like a coming back from a knee injury, but to me, she was a little out of shape. But every time she got on the floor, she played meaningful minutes. She can hit a couple threes. She's not going to break nobody's ankles. But when she gets her open shot, she's not afraid to take that shot. She's not afraid to take a deep shot. And she's big enough that she can bang down low a little bit if need be. That's not her game, but she can do it if she got to do it. So I'm curious to see how many minutes she gets this year and if she can move around a little bit better than she did last year. Because I like her. I like her game. Michaela Timpson, she's hanging around. Really want to see her play. And of course, Caitlin Clark, Dewana Bonner. Dewana Bonner, I'm sorry, she looked good this is her 15th year. I thought it was her 17th year for some reason. Her 15th year in the league. 15 years. And she running around the court with that long ass gait, and that stride that she got. She moving. She looked good. She moves good for her age. Sydney Colson is the same. She's going to be the backup. And you know what? I'll take Sydney Colson over Erica Wheeler any day. I'll take that. Sydney Colson seems to me like she's got a better handle on what was going on. Erica Wheeler, and I know it's just me, but it seemed like every time Erica Wheeler got in the game last year, that was a turnover waiting to happen. But I like Sydney Colson. To me, she's much more of a leader, and she can direct traffic. So I'm digging that. Now we at Minnesota. Who did Minnesota get rid of? Minnesota waived Delia Daniels and Diamond Johnson. So we got Auburn Griffin, 6'1" rookie from UConn. Diamond Miller, 6'3". Letitia Heidemann. She's been solid, though. Heidemann has been solid. Bridget Carleton, 6'2" from Iowa State. She's another Canadian player. Anastasia Olari Kosu from Russia. Lana Smith, Grace Berger. Old Indiana Fever player. Okay. She got I don't know what they were doing with Grace Berger because Grace Berger was the shit at Indiana when she was in college. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know what happened to her. And then I guess Christy Size maybe just didn't like her. I don't know. Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams is always solid. She can be streaky though, but when she gets hot, Courtney Williams gets hot. Jessica Shepard, Kayla McBride, Kayla McBuckets, Mariam Badian, another French player, 6'4" center. Okay, okay. Got to put her on the league on the list. Obviously, Nafisa Collier, the second best player in the league right now, behind Asia. Alyssa Peely. Alyssa Peely is my personal favorite. I don't know why they set that girl down last year. I for as a marketing tool and as a player tool. The one game they did let her play, she dropped 20 points on. I didn't understand that. You have a Native American playing in Minnesota. What are you doing? She couldn't be in a better situation. And she can ball. Let her ball. So hopefully Cheryl Reeves gets Alyssa Peely on the floor a hell of a lot more than she did last season. Because that was horrible. She picked up splinters on her behind. It wasted her, wasted year. And then you got Carly Samuelson. That's Katie Lou's sister, right? Her 6th year in the league. Okay, okay. So let's hope that Cheryl Reeves does a little bit better than that. All right. And you can't, it's hard to say that with Cheryl Reeves because they barely lost to the Liberty in the finals. But Minnesota had every opportunity to win those finals and they couldn't get it done. They couldn't get it done. So that's that. All right. We are with the Mystics. Mystics is not on this list, so I don't know who they had cut, but let's see what we got. Shakira Austin, 6'5" from Mississippi, her 3rd year. Lauren Jensen from Creighton. Sugg Sutton from Texas, Austin. Sika Kone from Mali. 6'3" from Spain. Jade Melbourne. Georgia Amore. Obviously, Georgia Amore is out. Ashton Prechtel, 6'5" from Stanford. She's pretty good, though. She's a center. Khadijah Cave. Zay Green, Brittany Sykes, Emily Inksler. Sonia Citron was good. Sonia Citron had a good preseason. Yeah, Bro Claude, I already know she do not like rookies. Well, she ain't a rookie no more, so maybe she'll play her. Aaliyah Edwards is hurt. So we got to see what's going to happen with her. Aaliyah Edwards is another one that kind of got overshadowed by being on the bad team last year. So we'll see what happens. Stephanie Dolson, that's the big girl in the middle. Kiki Iriafen. Kiki Iriafen. She gotta come out and ball. She's got to come out and ball. I really wanted to see her and Aaliyah Edwards on the court at the same time. But obviously that's not gonna happen. But she got a mean streak. She ain't afraid to mix it up. You saw what happened between her and Sophie Cunningham. Kiki Iriafen is not to be trifled with. She's not to be trifled with. However, Kiki, I want to see you dunk on somebody. Stop bull jabbing. Stop bull jabbing. I know you got the talent to do it. Stop playing with these women and go up there and embarrass somebody down low. That's what I want to see from Kiki because I was very, very disappointed in how USC ended up after Juju got hurt. It was like nobody remembered how to shoot. And all they did was I was looking for Kiki to take over, and it just didn't happen. Didn't happen. So yeah, I got expectations for Kiki, but she's another one that I want to watch. The league is in a good spot. I can go every team. There is somebody on every team that I want to watch. Somebody on every team. So the league is they in a good spot right now. They got to take advantage of it. All right, let's go to LA. What did LA do? Los Angeles, Liatu King. Liatu King was a surprise to me. That was a surprise to me. I thought she would make the squad. But That's what I get for thinking. That's what I get for thinking. So um just didn't make it. Just didn't make it. But let's see what we got. All right, Odyssey Sims, Sanaya Fagan. Definitely want to see the girl from South Carolina. Get some clock. Um, Rakea Jackson. Listen, Rakea Jackson. Watch her this year. Rakea Jackson is finally gonna get her chance to shine. This is her year this year. She gonna do some damage. And then with her and Cam, when Cam Brink finally get back on the court, I think Rakea just got overshadowed last year. She had a good year, and it was almost like nobody saw it. But this year, I think Rakea gonna do some big things. She gonna do some big things. Nubian Sage, yes. The Mystics are gonna be fun to watch for sure. Um, but yeah, I'm looking forward to watching Rakea. Again, every team's got somebody I want to see. The Erica Hamby, she was happy to get out of Las Vegas. Now she with another team. All right, let's see her put her best foot forward. Shanice Swain, Maria Kliendikova, Kelsey Plum in a new spot. She leaving Vegas, leaving Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Ray Burrell, Sarah Ashley Barker. She's my dark horse for Rookie of the Year. I know everybody's looking at Paige, and I understand that. But for some reason, Sarah Ashley Barker, I think Sarah Ashley Barker is going to come in and do what Kate Martin did last year, but better. So I'm looking for her to get some more minutes. But we'll see. I could be 100% wrong. That's just the feeling that I'm getting. I like what I saw when she was in the tournament last year. She stepped up to the plate and made some things happen when I didn't think they had any business being where they were. She put the team on her back, took them into overtime, and was doing the damn thing. So I think she's a dark horse to be Rookie of the Year. But we'll see how much clock she get. That's the key. Um, you playing behind Kelsey Plum. So I don't want to see nobody get hurt, but usually that's the situation where you bring one of these young players in and you see what they got. Aaron, you think Kiki gonna be a bust? Lacks drive. Interesting. I don't think she lacks drive, man. I just think, I don't know, man. It's almost like she waiting for, like somebody got to light the fire. You know what I'm saying? You got some of them people that they don't want to go full tilt until somebody pisses them off, and that's what Kiki seems to me. Sonia Citron, Rookie of the Year. I like that. I ain't mad at that. Sonia Citron looked good in the preseason. Yes, she did. Yep. Yep. So the number 4 spot, the hardest position to make the cut. Absolutely. Um, Optics and engagement farming is still top priorities in the WNBA. Yeah, they got to listen. They got to put their best financial foot forward to make this CBA money. That's what it's coming down to. They got to sweeten that media rights deal, and they got to get that check cash for sure. And that's gonna change. So we'll see what they're gonna do. You're not wrong though. You're not wrong, real money. Um, let me see. Yeah, I'm with you. I think Kiki's gonna be fine. Yeah. I was just saying Cam Brink when she comes back, but Cam Brink, I mentioned this the other day. Cam Brink, like if you ever looked at Cam Brink, um, like I saw her, she had some spread where she was doing bikinis, right? And I looked at it, I was like, she's thin. She's thin. And then in that same spread, you look at her legs and it's like this girl can squat because she's got a thin build. She's got that model build. She's very thin. However, she's got very muscular quads. She's just not big. She's not bulky big, but she's got muscular legs and she's got good muscle tone. But let's see if her mental is back from that knee injury. You guys hear me talk about this a lot. We waiting to see what's going to happen with Juju. We waiting to see what's going to happen with Georgia Amore. Um, when you get a knee injury like that, you're the rehab and the physical um, healing of the knee is going to be fine. The tricky part is getting your mental together, your mind convincing your body that you can still go full speed and cross somebody over and take. That's what the important thing is. Your mind has to tell your body you can actually do that, because naturally you're going to be hesitant to go full speed. And then when you do go full speed, it's all about stopping. Y'all remember that time? And again, I'm going back to my NFL days when Robert Griffin III tore his knee. And then he came back that following year. And I'll never forget this. He was out there. It was a Monday night football game. And he wasn't playing yet, but he went out there and the crowd was up there. And he sprinted down the field and sprinted back. And the crowd went nuts. And he came back too early and tore his knee again. Because although he can sprint in a straight line, the minute he tried to change direction, problem. His knee wasn't ready. And he got that fake confidence boost out there on that field, and he wasn't ready. The knee wasn't ready. So you got to get your mental right, and you can't jump the gun. So there's a lot of factors that work. So Cam, take your time. And when you're ready to come back, come back. And now, I mean, she playing in LA. She got the best rehab people, best orthopedic surgeons, all of that type of stuff. She probably dealing with the same people that the Lakers are dealing with, the same people that LeBron and Kobe was dealing with. So she getting the best care that she can get. We all know that. Same thing with Juju. But it's what's between these ears. That's the biggest play right there. Once your mind knows that your body can handle it, once her mind knows that she can still jump with the best of them, and like I say, stop on a dime and pull up and hit that, 12 to 15-foot jumper. Once her body tells her that she can do that, hit that three from the corner and not be scared to shoot the three when you got somebody sticking their foot in between your legs. That's the key. When you think you're going to come down on somebody's foot or something like that, you got to go through that. Remember when Paige Beckers last season fighting for a loose ball and the girl came down on her knee and it kind of hyperextended her knee a little bit. And then once she got over the shock of it, she was good. It hurt like a bitch, though. Hurt like crazy because she was down for a minute, and then she had to make sure she was good. She had to make sure she was good. So Cam, take your time. You'll be good. Let's see what else we got. All right. Let's go back. Now we got that half. Now let's go. Did I do Atlanta? Nope. Let's go to Atlanta. You know what? Let's get rid of some of these. We don't need all of these up. It'll just confuse me. So we got Atlanta. Or did I do Atlanta already? Let's see what we got. Yeah, I did do Atlanta. Who's next? Atlanta. Let's go New York Liberty. Oh, I didn't do Connecticut and Golden State. My bad. Let's do Golden State first. Team, video schedule, roster. There we go. All right. Carla Liette, another French player. Watching. Caitlin Chen. Caitlin Chen made the team. Huh. I wonder if this is final. Letitia Amihir, I like watching her, another South Carolina player, but she had a good game the other day. Deserves to be there. Juste Jacite. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I'll have to work on that one. Caitlin Chen, though. I see some isms. What's up, Zoe? I see some isms in there with Caitlin Chen because there were other people better, but with Cheyenne Sellers jumping ship, maybe it left her a spot. I thought it was other people better, but hey, guess what? She on there now. And guess what? She was the most popular player on the court. So maybe that's a business decision, but it is what it is. Kayla Thornton, she's the leader of this team right now. Stephanie Talbot, Janelle Saloon, Tammy Fakbenle. I love Tammy Fakbenle. I'm sorry. I love that girl. 6'4" from Southern Cal. That girl's graceful, can move. She's fast. Love Tammy Fack Bentley. I wish Indiana would have kept her, but we understand. Tiffany Hayes, Kate Martin. Kate Martin is going to ball in Golden State. Veronica Burton, Cecilia Zandalicini, Monique Billings, Mina Torre. Maminian Torre. They call her Mina Torre. Another French player. This girl is going to ball out if she gets the chance. Really happy to see them. I'm telling you, I'm gonna start watching the French league because these girls are balling, man. These women are balling from France. Elisa Cunan, is it Cunan? 605 from North Carolina State. Second year in the league. Julie Van Loo and Chloe Bibby. Natalie Nakasi. All right, Natalie, it's on you. I'm gonna buy some merch, but we're gonna see what they can do. Let me see. You got 1. You got 1, 2, 3. I thought they had 3. Carla Yates, 1, 2. 3. Mina is from France, so they got 3 French players. So, yeah, they needed a big in LA. What up, Zoe?
What's down, my dude?
What's going on, man?
Hey, you know I gotta come bless the channel right quick.
What's up, man? I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. A lot of stuff going on, man. Non-stop.
Man, for real, man. For real. A lot going on, man. A lot going on.
This is, I tell you what, man, and I know I'm saying this as a second year fan, right? But like I was saying earlier, man, it's somebody on every team I want to watch. I didn't even say that last year.
Yeah.
You know, I had my couple of players that I made a point to. Obviously, I was pulling for Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark. And then I was watching Chicago for Angel Reese, but I made it a point to follow Jewel Lloyd in Seattle. And then Kelsey Plum. The only reason I followed Kelsey Plum was because I realized who she was. I had been seeing her for months in that stupid meme when she was throwing the T-shirts at the Lakers game or whatever that was. Yeah. I had no idea who she was. I thought she was a flag football quarterback or something.
Nah, she was a baller at Washington, man.
Yeah, I didn't realize it. So, but I say all that to say, man, every team got somebody I want to watch this year.
Yeah.
So
as long as they promote it right, it's gonna be a good season.
Yeah.
Because it got some sleeper players out there that I was impressed with in preseason. So I'm actually interested. Like Tiffany Mitchell for the Aces.
Yes.
She impressed me during the preseason. What's her name? I'm losing track. For the Valkyrie. I forgot her name.
Which Monique?
She went off in the first game.
Letitia Amihir.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what she's gonna look like.
Yeah.
She could be a sleeper player for an all-star game. It depends on what the Valkyrie do.
I didn't think Caitlin Chen was gonna make the squad though, but she did.
I mean, you know, optics. It's selling. You gotta sell at the end of the day. You gotta sell tickets, and they ain't in no rush to win. So why not just sell tickets? You know what I'm saying?
Because they went nuts every time the girl got on the court. So
yeah,
that's a business decision. I ain't mad at it.
That whole area, they're not like Asian. They're like what it is, Pacific Asian. I think it is. Yeah, that whole little North California area. So
it makes sense.
Yeah, sell tickets. Yeah.
Especially when you got an Asian coach.
Yeah, that too. So sell tickets. You ain't they in the Juju sweepstakes right now, man. They in the Juju sweepstakes, man. And look, and
they got 3 years. They got 3 years to wait for that, man.
Hey, but don't you worry. They about to get that Dallas Mavericks pick. Don't you worry. But, look, Captain Engelberg about to give him that Dallas Mavericks work. They about to get that Dallas Mavericks pick.
Yeah.
You
Everybody
know.
been talking about that, man. That's funny.
Yeah. So look, they could have a 1% chance of getting the first pick, and they still gonna get it. Juju ain't leaving out of California. Juju, she not leaving.
You don't think so?
Nah.
They gonna
Look,
make
even
it
if she
happen?
even if she got to go to the Sparks, she not leaving out of California. She not leaving.
I don't know, man.
Okay, and what other big market would she look good in? I mean,
yeah, when you look at it like that, and see, this is the thing. Are they gonna play politics in this? Are they gonna have a cold envelope in the ball?
oh yeah, definitely.
How they gonna do
Yeah,
that?
definitely.
So,
They get an envelope.
yeah.
I mean, when Juju, think about it, Caitlyn and Angel Reese brought the eyes, right? They brought the fanfare with them. So what Juju gonna do is Juju is gonna take it to that next level of like stardom. So her coming in is gonna everything about her gonna be a business move. Her coming in gonna be a business move for the league. That's what it was. Those TV rights deals and all that. That's when all them gonna come in. Because now you got parity. You know what I'm saying? Now you got parity. You ain't just relying on Angel Reese and the vets. You got the newcomer coming too. So you got that parity. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it's gonna be.
You can't. I always say this. You can't go to ESPN and say, "Well, we got Chicago Sky and Indiana Fever selling out. Give us a $2 billion TV rights deal." But we can go and say, "Hey, we got the Valkyrie, we got the Sky, we got this team, we got Dallas with Page. Hey, give us this $2 billion." You know.
Listen, man, that's another thing that, like all these other cities, because all I heard last year, the optics of it was that attitude that we were here too. It ain't just Caitlin Clark, and I understand that, and I agree with it to a degree, to a point, because and the logic I would use is, Asia Wilson is the best player in the W. Point period in the paragraph. There is no argument.
Yeah.
But Asia Wilson wasn't making, when Asia Wilson came to town, they wasn't going to bigger venues. When Breonna Stewart came to town, they wasn't going to bigger venues. So to argue the fact that it was the movement that she brought with it, I was like, and I guess this is a personal thing to me, I don't give a damn who kicks in the door as long as the door is open. That's how I see it.
Well, look, it's open now, so
damn sure it's open.
Look, and well, she doesn't have Juju doesn't have 3 years. I think it's 2 because she got next year.
Was she going red shirt?
Is she?
So she got 2 more. So that's 3. Because I don't think she's gonna play next year.
But what I'm saying is, the league already knows what Juju is, right?
Right.
So her red shirting doesn't take away from her eligibility.
No, it doesn't. But
so she's gonna be old enough. So what I'm saying is she's gonna be old enough. So in her senior year, even though she redshirted, she's gonna be old enough to come. Because remember, that's what she's fighting right now, that age thing. You know, she was like,
and I think they're gonna take care of that with the CBA.
Yeah.
So,
that too. Yeah.
And then of course, who's coming out next year? You got Lauren Betts, you got Olivia Miles,
Tanaya
Latson, and I'm missing somebody.
A
senior for next year.
Flaw J. You got Flaw J.
Thank you, yeah. Flaw J.
Yeah, you got Flaw J. So I mean, yeah, because she's 2027 with Sarah Strong from UConn.
Yeah. AZ Fudd, thank you. That's another.
Yeah. AZ Fudd come out next year too. Yeah.
And Chloe Kitts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got what's her name? Maddie Books.
Maddie Books.
Yeah. Juju, Anna Hidalgo, Fuwali in that class. Yeah, that class is gonna be nice too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of guards. I don't remember any like bigs. I mean, you could count Sarah Strong, but she's more of a wing. I think at the next level, she's more of a wing. Yeah, there's no bigs in that class. Am I missing anybody?
Yeah, we probably missing somebody. Just can't think of it right now. But
Damn, I didn't know. When I'll be breaking down, when I be doing like the draft reports, I never noticed there ain't really a strong big in that 2027 class with Juju though. I probably got to go back and look.
you're right. Not that I can think of right now. Because you talking big, the first person for me that I think of is Lauren Betts, but she come out next year.
Yeah, she come out next year.
And damn, you're right. There's gotta. I'm sure there's some freshman or somebody gonna come in and.
Because Edwards from SC, she's a freshman, huh?
Yeah.
Dang, they don't got no big. So
Yeah, you're right.
these teams about to get their big next year then because they don't got no big.
They're gonna do something.
Guard heavy.
But I tell you what, and then of course everybody's looking. I think what's gonna happen this year with Gabby Williams and Malonga, and even Johannes in New York, I think a lot of people gonna start raiding them French leagues again.
Yeah,
them French players are coming over here balling, man. They ain't messing around.
I would say the CBA gonna determine that because a lot of them don't want to come because it just monetarily don't make sense.
Yeah, and it also messes with their schedule. So they got to put something in there to do that.
Yeah,
to make it work.
Yeah,
because they lose. In my opinion, they losing out.
Seattle gonna blow that team up. I don't think Seattle keeps that team after next year.
No,
depending on what they do. Nah, because NECA on her last leg, Scholar on her last leg.
Well, they can be.
You got Malonga. They gonna rebuild that team around Malonga. Probably get a point guard, and just I think
if they was
Gabby gonna move on.
Yeah, I would think they would try to find a way to keep Gabby because they want to keep Gabby and Malonga together. They play together in France. They know each other, and I was talking about that earlier, man. It's something special when you get a player that has familiarity with another player, especially if they coming from overseas. And Gabby is the best in the business, though.
You gonna run through that brick wall, you know what I'm saying, for each other. So
absolutely.
Yeah, then they got I keep forgetting about Ezzy. They got Ezzy. I think she's the best shot blocker in the league. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be like one of those one of those like not a whole like rebuild. It's gonna be like a revamp.
Right.
They're gonna find a replacement for Scholar, probably get another 4 in there to back up Malonga and kind of build from there. I can see them drafting a point guard next year.
I think they'll be all right because in my opinion, Scholar can be replaced.
Yeah. That's why I said
be replaced.
I see them getting the point guard.
That's a good question. We forgot about that big. You think ever gonna make it?
Yeah, but she's in who she got drafted by?
She
drafted her. She went undrafted?
Yes. She didn't nobody pick her up.
Oh wow. I thought she got drafted.
I don't think she whatever those SA charges were, she did not get drafted. Nope, she did not get drafted. So she'll be playing overseas somewhere, but they probably gonna let that die down, and that's your big right there. If you want to, because they're gonna wait for it to die down, and it'll be another story that comes on that'll blow that out of the water, and then they'll bring her over. But she don't go overseas and make her money. Yeah,
because she went to the Lebanese basketball club.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
she should dominate. That's on my checklist now. I gotta start finding a way to watch a lot of the international teams now.
You don't got the Turkish EuroLeague thing?
I ain't never looked for it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna start familiarizing myself with I used to watch my nephew. My nephew played in Indonesia, and a couple other places, Indonesia and Australia. He was in NBL 1. So I know how to do it. I just haven't done it.
Yeah,
especially when it comes to the women players. So
because they got like the Turkish. They got the Turkish EuroLeague app, kind of like the League Pass. It's just like that. You can download it on your phone or your computer.
Gotcha. I caught something last night where they having I guess they having to see how they draft. There was something going on last night. I don't know what league it was in. The guys on stage, they were wearing the turbans, so maybe it could have been the Turkish league or something like that. So I didn't stick with it, but I caught it, and they looked like they was about to have a draft. So
overseas?
Yeah.
What league is that?
I don't know what league this was. But they had on the robes and the head turbans and all of that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And it was definitely a basketball league. So
that must have been that Dubai league, man. They trying to mimic
could have been
WNBA, NBA. That must be that Dubai league.
It could have been. Well, you got all of them people over there trying to do what they did with the Live Golf.
Yeah.
If they paying the money, people will come. Players will come.
Yeah.
So
Dubai gonna have a league in a couple years. They're gonna have like a big league because I mean they already infiltrated the NBA. They just ain't infiltrated the WNBA yet because Dubai owns the in the NBA the cup. Dubai owns that.
Okay.
The Cup? Yeah, that's why it's called the Emirates Cup. Yeah. Dubai owns that. Yeah.
Well, Dubai got money. They got that oil money, so they will have no problem with the players. And I tell you what, it would not surprise me if they try to do what Live Golf did to the PGA. When Live Golf swooped in and started paying all of that money, the PGA lost their shit because they couldn't pay that. And then what they did was they made everybody look at the PGA like, this is what you paying, and they paying this over here, and y'all making us do this, jump through hoops. And the PGA really had to look at how they was running their business, and they had to change because everybody started jumping ship. Because they was poo-pooing, pointing their fingers at folks, and then it smacked them in the face.
I can see that. I can see that. I can definitely see that. I can see that. Yeah, because
Nubian Sage says Ashlyn Watkins is going to be eligible this year. I got to see what Ashlyn's going to do after that knee injury.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, bigs with injuries, man. I gotta see.
Yeah,
I gotta see. And she depended on her athleticism a lot. I gotta see. Like,
plus, I want to see her. I need some people to come in the league and dunk. Come on, I'm like Dominique. I need you to throw down on somebody. Kiki, I need you to throw it down on somebody. You ain't got to see it every game.
Yeah,
but every now and then, I don't want the last dunk in the women's league to be damn Brittany Griner and Unrivaled. Come on now, stop playing with me.
Yeah, they athletic, man. Look,
yeah, they are.
They coming. Look, I was watching an AAU game on YouTube the other day. A young girl, I think she like in 10th grade, 2 hands, fast breaks.
Yeah. Like, well, you saw the girl Toby Fournier at Duke.
Oh yeah.
She was dunking when she was a teenager.
They coming.
And you know what? Nobody, people ain't really talking about her, but she was one of my favorite freshmen last year. Was Silas Ors at Michigan.
Yeah. I had when me and HD was doing our like college March Madness, I had Michigan as one of my sleeper teams.
Yeah,
I had Michigan as one of my.
They look good, but it's so hard to pick these teams now because you don't know if the player's going to be there for the next 2 years, let alone
that part.
Everybody jumping ship with the quickness.
Because your talent, your roster, you can look at a college team and be like, your roster looks like stacked, but that's just on paper. How committed are these players to this team?
Yeah,
and that rears its head in March Madness because now you got to go run through a brick wall.
Yeah, they cut and running with that NIL money.
Yeah.
And that transfer portal. So you never
Why
know.
They should do like a contract, like because they're getting paid now, right?
Yeah.
So teams should be like, hey, look, you got to sign a contract with us for X amount of years. If you opt out of this and go into the transfer portal, like I don't know how that would look. Like I don't know, but like they need to fix that a little bit. And I get it. You want players to have a little power. You know what I'm saying? Because monopolizing off of college players' name for so long where they wouldn't get paid. I mean, me and you both played college ball, so we already know how it is. Not being able to make money, but they still want you to come to show.
They making money off of you.
Yeah. So but it got to have some structure to it, though. It do got to have some structure to it.
Did you see what? Did you hear the quote from Gino Auriemma about that?
Nuh-uh.
That's
I
exactly
know
what
he
he
wasn't a
said.
fan of it. I know he wasn't a fan of it.
Well,
But
no, that's exact. He said exactly what you just said. He was
oh,
like,
really?
he said, make him sign a contract. He said, let's stop pretending and let's just call it what it is. These are pay for play athletes. So treat
Yeah,
it like a business. Make them sign contracts. If they want to leave, they can leave, but you can't just come back. Because he was real. He said, if I can leave if I want to, but I get a buyout. He said, so let's start treating it like it is, like it's a business, and
yeah,
run it like that, and you'll eliminate a lot of these problems. Stop trying to, stop trying to act like they still student athletes. Like them days is done.
yeah, yeah. It
So
does need some. Like, if I'm a parent, yes, I love the flexibility of my kid being able to get money, NIL deals,
yeah,
make money off their likeness. But if I'm a parent, I do want my kid to understand the responsibility, the commitment. You know, like
yeah,
you got to have some responsibility to commitments. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that go both ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with coaches, like, don't recruit a kid and you're about to leave and now that kid's stuck there.
yeah.
So that's why I say, like, you got to have some. You know, it got to have some
It used to
balance.
be like that in football a lot too.
Yeah.
But I talked about this earlier. Like look at Keomi McMiller that was at Rutgers. She ended up going to Penn State. Penn State was
Yeah.
god awful,
Yeah.
hot
Yeah.
garbage. But I remember when that happened, she when the shit hit the fan, the coach sat her down when they were about to play USC. So she basically nixed her opportunity to go up against Juju Watkins.
Okay.
So Keomi McMiller was shaking folks, but she was your stereotypical ball hog. Like when she get the ball in her hands, literally, you see all the other girls on the court kind of just like fold their hands because they know they ain't gonna get the ball. Like she was that bad. So when the coach sat her down, the girl went on social media and was like, "I apologize to my fans. I will not be playing tonight against Southern California. It was my coach's decision. Thank you for your support." I was like, "Damn." But now here's the thing. To your point, what is a coach supposed to do? The coach still got to be the coach and he got to set example. But what happens now that your best player is gone and you lose? What happens if that costs you your job?
Yeah, that's the part.
That's a pickle to be in.
Yeah.
Because you
And
ain't trying
then
to let the inmates run the asylum.
let's say you got a fresh roster, right? You got 2 seniors coming back, you got a junior, and now you're 6 freshmen to come in. But out of those 6 freshmen, one of them is one of the top 3 players in the country. They come, but then they decide to leave. So 4 of those other 5 players leave with them. Now you
Exactly.
back to square one. You know,
Yep.
so you got to have some kind of, you know, yeah, you
It's
got to
it's
have
a
some
it's
kind
a
of structure.
weird situation, man. It's a
Yeah, it's
weird
very
situation
weird because you don't want to take the power away from the
from the
players
coach.
making money and the coach as well.
Yeah.
But it's like it kind of takes what it does is it takes the fun out of rooting for a team, and now you
Yeah.
got to follow players.
Yeah.
You know,
And I
like
look at it from the standpoint of like these kids don't learn how to fight through no more.
yeah, that part too. That part too. Like, look, that's why I said about Olivia Miles. Like, if people think I don't like Olivia Miles, I don't. What I don't like that you are at Notre Dame.
Yeah.
You leave Notre Dame because you can't have your way, and you go run to a school that beat you.
Correct.
So I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get the
In
whole
my
move.
opinion, she wasted greatness.
Yeah.
Her and Hannah Hidalgo had something special. Work it the fuck out. Figure it out.
Yeah. I tell
Figure it
people that
out.
on YouTube, hey, look, I tell people that on YouTube all the time. Even when I was overseas, I didn't get along with all my teammates.
No,
But
you're
guess
not
what?
supposed to.
You guess what though? When we step on that court, we tie them shoes up. Let's
Business.
go win.
It's
Let's go
business.
win.
All about
Let's go
business.
win.
That's the way it's supposed to be. You ain't supposed to be friends. You ain't got to be friends. But when you step on the court, everybody facing the same direction.
Yeah,
I said the
everybody,
exact same thing.
and you
And I
getting
think they
paid
wasted
now,
greatness.
and you getting paid. So
Exactly.
you don't got nothing to complain about. You making
Exactly.
millions. So I mean, fight through that, man. Adversity, because when you get to the WNBA, you ain't gonna be able to lead that team if you don't like somebody in the locker room. You got to fight
Exactly.
through that. You ain't gonna be able to
Exactly.
lead.
And most of these kids, when you go through something like that, you always come out better on the other side.
Always,
Always.
always.
But they don't get that lesson no more because everybody just jump when the going gets tough, the tough go to the portal.
And Olivia Miles, you're a point guard. You're a star point guard. You're supposed
Yes.
to be a leader one day in the WNBA. That's what
Absolutely.
point guards are. So how are you going to teach somebody about adversity when you run from it?
And now you go to TCU and they don't have a big no more. So now what you gonna do?
Yeah, that move didn't make no sense, man. She was chasing that money.
Yeah, that's the long and short of it. Everybody trying to get paid. And I can't again, and you just said it, I can't get mad at you for making your paper.
Yeah,
But you losing something in that process. And I don't, and Ryan, I hear you. In my opinion, I place the blame squarely on the NCAA. This is their fault. This is because they took advantage of these kids for decades. This is their fault.
Yeah,
this is their fault.
I think if they would have paid from the beginning, like some kind of structured payment, none of this would be happening right now. None of this.
I remember I was out on the NCAA, and I'm going back. This was because I played in the 90s, early 90s. I graduated college before Windows 95 existed. I'm old, bro. But I remember Jeremy Bloom for Colorado.
Okay, yeah.
He was the special teams guy.
Yeah.
But he was also the Olympic skier. And they made him stop raising money for the Olympics because that was against NCAA rules. So they made him choose. And I was like, that's some bullshit.
Yeah.
When these coaches can jump ship whenever they feel like it. So it is what it is.
Tough pickle, man. Look, but even before agreeing to like let the players get paid, think about what that would look like. Come up with some kind of system in place and go back to whoever the player president is for the college students right now and be like, hey, this is our proposal as far as what payments look like. So
yeah, I don't even think it's that serious. I think it's a simple solution. And I think Gino said it best. Make them sign contracts. If you get this NIL money, you got to stay at this school for 2 years. Period.
Yeah. 2 years minimum.
You can leave if you want to, but the minute you leave, you're not getting this money, or now you got legal ramifications because you signed a contract.
Yeah.
So I think that's the best way to do it.
Most of those NIL deals are tied to those schools. That's how they do it. Like people, like a lot of people. So a lot of people think, I had to tell somebody that on my channel one day. A lot of people think that the players are actually getting their own, like going to a car dealership and their agent. No, it's tied to the school. Your NIL deal, because legally you are property of that school. Like if when you sign a scholarship. So what happens is all of their NIL deals are funneled through the school. The players aren't going somewhere and getting a deal. It's funneled through the school, and that's how they kind of set it up. That's why it's called NIL deal.
Now I think that's changing a little bit, because I think advertisers and sponsors want what they can get. And if they can give that, to me, that's just another way that somebody can kind of circumvent the system, and it's not illegal. There's nothing wrong with that now. So I think you're going to start seeing more of that, where these kids are getting the NIL money that's not associated with the school. So they can drive the cars, or, they represented by a dealership or something like that. So they're going to find a way around it. But I think at the end of the day, the best thing you can do, these schools can say, hey, we'll allow you to get you an NIL contract with this player, but you got to sign a contract with us. So now the advertisers and the NIL people got to sign a contract with the school.
Yeah.
And the school makes the athlete sign a contract. So everybody kind of stay in their lane.
Yeah. Because when Haley Van Lith went to LSU, she couldn't do none of her Adidas promotion because LSU is Nike. She couldn't do none of her Adidas promotion.
Yep. It's damn Jordan in the Olympics all over again.
Yep.
So which is stupid, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. It is what it
Yeah.
is, bro. So,
But man, you don't have to pull up and come bless the channel,
man,
man.
I
Look,
appreciate
I
that,
be
brother.
seeing you. I be seeing you tagging me on Twitter. I be like, let me go bless the channel
I
with my
appreciate
guy,
that, bro,
man.
man. Listen, man, you got an open invitation, brother. Open
Yeah, man. I'm about to
invitation.
go do. I'm about to go on my. I do my film breakdown on my playback. So I'm about to go pull up the Chicago Sky last
Man,
game,
I'm
and
gonna
we're
have
gonna
to
watch
holler
that
at you, man,
playback.
because that's one of my goals this year with
Okay.
the WNBA. Because I'm a football dude, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to study basketball like I study football. I'm trying to get
Okay.
into the X's and O's of it. Now I coach
Yeah.
basketball, but I coach kids, man. I don't know the plays and the picks, and that's what I'm trying to learn, so I can get the X's and O's down.
Okay.
So,
Look, yeah, hit me up. We could like watch film together. I'm gonna show you like what I be like really looking for and like how I kind of like even when I'm chopping up clips, like what clips are like I actually think are like really
all right,
important
that's a bet.
if people
We
want
can
to,
do that.
So I'm gonna put my email in the back chat. Email me. Let's set up some. I don't mind sharing information, man.
Bet.
You already know. I don't mind sharing information.
That'll work, man. I likes watching film, bro.
Yeah.
That's how you learn the game.
Oh, for sure. But I'm gonna holler at you. My email is in the private chat.
You got it,
So
brother. I appreciate you.
yeah, all right. Just hit me up and we'll link up. Yeah.
All right, man.
All
Make
right,
it
bet.
happen. All right, man. I appreciate you, brother. That's what's up. That's what's up. So yeah, man. Chicago Sky's nice. They have a deep bench. Yes, they do have a deep bench. I'm very curious. Since you brought them up, let's go to Chicago. Did they cut anybody? Chicago, they Alex Wilson, Jessica Carter, and Morgan Birch. And who we got? Aisha Koulibaly, Asia Sivka, Elizabeth Williams, Haley Van Lith, Mariah Jefferson, Angel Reese, Ariel Atkins, Rebecca Allen, Camila Cardoso, Kia Nurse. Kia Nurse gonna be good. Michaela Onyenwere, Maddie Westbell, Courtney Vandersloot, and Rachel Banham. So they got a pretty good squad. They deep. I have a strange feeling. I don't think Angel is going to put up the rebound numbers that she did last year. And it's not going to be because that she's fallen off. I think Tyler Marsh is going to figure out a way to use Cardoso more. So I think Angel's still going to have a phenomenal year, but I don't think Marsh is going to do what Teaspoon did last year and try to send everything through Angel. So I think they got better shooters than they had last year. I think they're gonna do some damage, and I still think they should have made the playoffs last year if everything didn't happen with Kennedy Carter at the end of the year. But now they got some stability. You got Mariah there. Haley Van Lith is gonna ball. Angel Reese is gonna do her thing, and I think they're gonna try to get the ball down low to Cardoso and let her do her thing. And they didn't do that last year. So I think they're gonna have a better year offensively, and it's not gonna come from Angel Reese. They're gonna utilize the team and the players they got to a better degree. I still think Angel's gonna be a huge factor because she's gonna be getting them defensive and them offensive rebounds. So, but I think they're gonna get Cardoso involved more offensively. They should have did that last year, but they didn't. The girl is 6'7". Use her. She knows how to win. She went undefeated, for goodness sake. Use her. All right, let's see what we got next. We got Dream. Let's go to New York. Now, New York, if you guys been watching my videos, the one person that I've been talking about for New York the last couple days is that damn Marine Johannes. Where's she at? Phoebus was good last year in the finals. Marine Johannes, there she go right there. The guard, 5'10" from France. I saw her in a couple games, and she was balling. She was balling. She was balling. Now, here's the thing. Niara Sabally 6'5", and can shoot the three. She is going to do some things. When she realizes how good she is, that might be a problem. Because, they got the family name. Is it two sisters or three? Is it two of them or three of them? I'm not sure. But we'll see. Jalen Sherrod, she had an interesting preseason. She was all over the place. She was hustling and she was doing her thing, but to me, she was streaky. So and a little bit out of control. Asia Kane, Marquisha Davis, Rebecca Gardner, Niara Sabali, Natasha Cloud, Esmery Martinez, Leonie Phoebish. Leonie was good in the finals last year. Sabrina Ionescu. Sabrina Ionescu was one of my favorite players, but she was hot garbage in the finals last year. If it wasn't for that one shot that took them to overtime, other than that, she was suspect at best in the finals. And Stewie didn't have our best finals either because they was trying to get that game away or get a series away to Minnesota. Minnesota just couldn't take advantage of it. Izzy Harrison, Kennedy Burke, Marina, Brianna Stewart, Liana Odom, Jonquel Jones. I love Jonquel Jones. I want to see her keep with her with that slow wind-up shot. I want to see more of that. But Benasia Laney Hamilton, she's out. She's not playing because she got the knee injury. She got injured in, I believe, in Unrivaled. So she's sitting out. So what happens to that roster spot? What happens to that roster spot? So, Sabrina was not good. I didn't think she was terrible. Maybe we watched a different game. I thought she was all right to be that big and to be, do what she did. But maybe I didn't get a big enough sample size. I ain't saying you wrong. That's just not what I saw. Elizabeth Williams might actually be better than Angel. Okay, but Elizabeth's definitely not going to start. No, she is not. And they're not going, they're not going to sit the starter team. They're not going to limit her minutes. Or maybe they will. I don't know what Tyler Marsh is going to do. I don't know. We'll find out. Kev said he want to switch gears real quick. Week 1 of the NFL schedule release. The Raiders, yeah. Saw that. We got Dallas coming to town. The night we get our rings, Dallas is coming to town for week 1. So yeah, we know that. But yeah. Jonquel Jones. And listen, New York, they got a shot to repeat. We'll see what they're gonna do. We'll see what they're gonna do. Let's all right, that's New York. Let's look at Phoenix. Schedule. Where's the roster? Oh, okay, there we go. Phoenix. Satu Sabali, Alexa Hell, Ka Copper, Natasha Mack, Alexis Prince, Monique Akoa Makani, Keisha Laksa, Katija Laksa, Sevgi Uzum, Celeste Taylor, Tamira Poindexter, Megan McConnell, Marjanata Musa, Kalani Brown, 6'7" from Baylor, Catherine Westbeld, another Westbeld, Alyssa Thomas, she's a walking freaking triple-double, and Sammy Whitcomb. So Phoenix is going to be all right. I want to see Satu Sabali, see if she can go off this year. Let's see what they can do. So we'll see. You taking Miles Turner over. Man, I'm so done with Embiid. Like, I don't even want to. I'm not even entertaining Embiid talk. Just whatever y'all going to do with him, man. Yeah, Embiid with his ass knees. I love Embiid, but it's something that is irritating when you got a 7'2" center that's trying to break ankles at the 3-point line. Get your ass on the block and dunk on everybody. Are you kidding me? He trying to be damn. What's your boy from Dallas? Dirk. Trying to be Dirk Nowitzki out there. Get your ass on the block and just do what you do. Do what centers do best. That's why your knees busted up now. So I'm sorry for the rant, Bull. So we'll see. Elizabeth Williams is her. 6 Woman of the Year, best big in the league coming off the bench. Mark my words, Chicago has a deep bench. Okay. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. We shall see. They got a good squad. Let's see if Tyler Marsh knows what to do with them. And let's see if he can make that move, if he can make that call. Teresa Weatherspoon couldn't make that call. Let's see if Tyler Marsh can make that call about who's the better player and who deserves to be in the game. That's what you want to see. Is it about winning? Or does it have to be all about Angel Reese? That's because it would make more sense. It would make more sense. Hold on for a second. A 10-year, yeah, they're not gonna start her. A 10-year vet, they're not gonna start her over Angel Reese. Ain't no way, unless she just come out doing something just ridiculous. So, we'll see. But for Chicago, as far as Chicago's concerned, Angel Reese is the cash cow. At least that's what I think. I'm not in Chicago, so I don't know. But she got the biggest profile. She got the most visibility for the Chicago Sky. So that would track. But it's what you do when you get on the court. So if you say Elizabeth Williams is better, I'm gonna be paying attention. I ain't got no reason to doubt you. I ain't got no reason to doubt you, bro. We'll see. We'll see. Listen, man, there's one thing I say and the one thing I learned from football, right? And I can apply it to any sport. What you do in preseason don't mean a damn thing. When you go up against other people that you haven't practiced against every day, you don't know what's coming at you. So preseason is for fundamentals. Get your fundamentals right, get your jump shot right, get your wind up, all that type of stuff. Get your cardio right. But when the regular season starts, it's time to show and prove. Everybody's paper tigers up until that point. I'm an Indiana fan. I'm a Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell fan. And I've been hearing all of this stuff about how good Indiana is. And they might be. But right now, they are paper tigers. Chicago, paper tigers. Until I see them play somebody else in the regular season, everything is up in the air. Everything is up in the air. And the rules still apply. New York is still the champions until somebody beat them. And last I checked, New York still got a damn good team. They got better too. The one thing, the parity in the league this year is going to be second to none. Everybody got better. Everybody got better. So we'll see what's going to happen. Yeah, Kev, I think Cardoso is going to be the key player with Chicago this year. It sucked that she got hurt so early last year. I think that's, in my opinion, that's why Teaspoon went with Angel Reese early and often and just didn't get away from it, even when Cardoso came back. I'd have to look. I don't know how many minutes did Cardoso average last year after she came back. She didn't get enough. She didn't get the amount of minutes that Angel got, but Angel got in there and was pulling down every freaking rebound in her vicinity. So we'll see what they're going to do. They'd be crazy not to go to her down low. She can jump. She's 6'7". And she had a phenomenal year in China. So she put in work. So we'll see. Williams is never going to get the start over Camilla or Angel. Could be a starter on any other team. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But the parity in the league this year is going to be off the chain. Off the chain. So, all right, let's get done with this. We did New York, we did Phoenix, we did Atlanta, Seattle. My team, Seattle. Gabby Williams and Dominique Malonga right there. Nika Ogwumike, you know she can ball. Skylar Diggins, you know she gonna ball and try to show out. But Gabby Williams is who I'm coming to see. Gabby Williams, in my opinion, is the showstopper. Get her the ball. Get her the ball. That's who I want to see. I want to see her and Dominique Malonga dominate in Seattle. It can happen. You got Zia Cook, Lexi Brown. I want to see Lexi Brown play too. I was tired of seeing her on Gil's Arena. I know who she is. I know who her father is, but I want to see her play. Is she as good as she thinks she is? I never seen her play, so I want to see if she got skills like that. D Brown is her dad, so I know she come from good stock. But I want to see what she all about. Ezzy McBeggar, Dominique Malonga. That's what I want to see. Erica Wheeler. They got Erica Wheeler up there. At some point, I used to call Erica the walking turnover because every time she used to come in the game for Indiana, as soon as she get the ball, immediately it would be a turnover. She would eventually settle in, and she had a couple of good games. Towards the end of the year, she was playing a hell of a lot better. But we'll see what she does out there. And they got my girl, Lee Yuru. I call her Babyface Yuru. Babyface Yuru. She looked like she about 12 years old, but she's 6'7". Not a dominant player. She got big girl's disease. She is not what I would consider a physical player coming from China. I just don't think they play that brand of basketball over there. But she is a big body in there, and she can put the ball in the bucket. So we'll see what happens. Alicia Clark and Katie Lou Samuelson. So I keep forgetting that Katie Lou is 6'3", man. I be forgetting about that. But they got a good squad. Skylar can be iffy though. She can ball now. Don't get me wrong, but Gabby Williams is the key to this team this year. That's just my opinion. Gabby Williams is going to light it up if they give her the opportunity. So I know Skylar Diggins can have an attitude at times. She can go diva on you. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. They should have a good team this year. They should have I want to see Malonga do some things. Get her the ball. Get her the ball. All right, we almost done. Not Toronto. Last but not least, let's go to Dallas with Paige. Paige and the posse, right? Paige and Arike. Alyssa Smith, she'll be okay. Maisha Hines-Allen, I like her better. Kayla Charles, Jordan Holmes, Paige Beckers. Isaiah James. Isaiah James is going to do work. Let's see if they get her enough minutes. JJ Quinterly, Tierra McCowan, Louisa Gizzle Solder. Gizzle Solder. Oof. That's a mouthful. Maddie Secrets, Dejanay Carrington. Dejanay Carrington, she gonna play that defense. That's her job. Arike and Paige. How are they gonna fit together? Like very similar to what Kelsey and Caitlin did last year. Because as much as we love Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell was the best shooter on that team last year. Don't get it twisted. And that's not just my opinion. Look at the stats. I'm wondering if it's the same situation it's going to be with Arike and Paige. Because they got to learn how to work together. Got to learn how to work together. But they will figure it out. And, of course, Tyasha Harris. So, Chris Conclaves, why you look like a model with all that damn hair? So, everybody's going to be looking to see Paige and Arike. Arike is, I know JJ Quinterly is nice. And Arike is must-see TV when she get hot. But I want to see what Paige, I want to see if Paige can facilitate. I know she had a good pass the other day, but that was one game. That was one pass. Let's see if she can do that on a consistent basis. But like I said earlier, man, every team has got somebody that I want to watch. Every team. That's a good place to be. Good place to be. A lot of parity in the league this year. Even freaking Connecticut, Atlanta. Tahina Pow is going. They got to let that girl start. I hope they let that girl start because I think Pow going to do some damage. They're going to do some damage. And Atlanta was a bad team last year, so they ain't got nothing to lose by putting her on the bench. Let that girl play. So, fun, man. It's fun stuff. I'm so excited for the W this year. It's going to be a good year. It's going to be a good year. What's up, Brandon? Coming back with it, man. 4.99 super chat. I appreciate you, brother. You already know. So, Ryan, we will agree to disagree. Um, Caitlin can pass the ball. Caitlin is a much better passer than Paige, in my opinion. Not saying that Paige can't pass, but Caitlin can pass the ball better than Paige. And, that's just my opinion. And I'll roll with that. So we'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. But what's good, Brandon? I appreciate the 4.99 super chat, brother. Thank you very much. So, yeah, I know Lexi Brown has Crohn's disease, but that don't mean she can't hit a jump shot. I know what the deal is with her. So we'll see what happens. That's why they play the game. That's why they get on the court, man. That's why they get on the court. But Lexi Brown is not going to be the difference maker in Seattle. It's going to be Gabby Williams and or Dominique Malonga. It's not going to be Skylar Diggins. It's got to be Gabby, Agu McKay, or Malonga. So we'll see what's going to happen. Skylar Diggins is going to have a couple good games where she light him up, but I think Gabby is the key factor. It's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. But we'll see what they're going to do. So, but that's all the teams, yo. Did I miss anybody, y'all? Did I miss anybody? Paige is like Cooper Flagg, really good at everything, but not one thing is super elite. That is her signature thing. Yeah, she had she was good, not great sometimes. I thought Sarah Strong was the best player in the tournament last season, not AZ Fudd, but it is what it is. But Paige did her thing. She did her thing. She didn't have to be all world. That's knowing your personnel. Get it. Go to the hot hand. I missed the Connecticut. Did I miss Connecticut? The Connecticut refugees. You're wrong for that. All right, let's go Connecticut. Somebody gonna buy the Connecticut Sun. They're gonna sell it. They're gonna make a ton of money. And the benefit of the Connecticut Sun team is they don't have to go through the rigmarole that they went through trying to be an expansion team. That's why the Mohegan Sun is gonna make their money on this team. They getting out while they're getting is good. The price for them probably is not gonna be higher anytime soon. So they're gonna make their money and they're gonna sell the team. And then because you don't have to go through the same shit you would as an expansion team, you already got a spot. Maybe they'll change the name or something, depending on where they go. Maybe they'll keep the Sun. But I think they would change their name because Connecticut Sun was because the casino was called the Mohegan Sun, right? So maybe they'll do that. Yeah. Funny thing about Mabry, man. Funny thing about Mabry. You got what you asked for. You wasn't liking what you were seeing in Chicago. So now you go to Connecticut and now you the woman. It's on you. So can you ball and can you be a difference maker? Because now all of the eyes on you. You requested the trade, you got out of there, said how bad it was there, and now you on a team and now you can do your thing. Are you that type of player? Are you a difference maker type player, or are you just another role player? We'll find out. We'll find out. I think JC Sheldon, she's the real deal. Olivia Nelson-Ododa, get that girl a little bit of time. I think she's going to be a good player this year. Basically on the defense, she's going to be blocking shots. Rhea Marshall, give her time. That rookie is going to ball out. Rhea Marshall's going to ball out. Then you got Madison Hayes, you got Bria Hartley, Lindsay Allen. Lindsay Allen keep finding jobs. Haley Peters, Robin Parks, Sanaya Rivers. Sanaya Rivers. I don't know what her situation is after her mother passed away. So, but Sanaya can do some damage. Kariata Diaby, Anissa Moreau, she's out with the knee injury. Tina Charles is solid. And Layla Lacan. So we were talking about her earlier, Lacan, another one of the French players. So we'll see what's going to happen. We'll see what's going to happen. So, you think the Sun got better? Okay. $80 million. The owner of the Celtics wants to bring them to Boston. Interesting. Interesting. All right. Let's see if they pony up the money, and let's see if the Mohegan Sun takes the deal. That's what it's going to be. But I can see Boston being a good city. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, all right. I think that's all the teams, man. That was fun, man. Listen, it's gonna be a lot of fun this year. I can't wait till when's the first game? Friday? What's the schedule? Or is that just let's go back to the homepage. Friday, Atlanta plays Washington, Minnesota plays Dallas, and Las Vegas plays Golden State. And then Saturday, Las Vegas and New York, Chicago at Indiana. That'll be a good game. Obviously, that'll be the main game. Why would they put that on primetime? Why wouldn't they put that game at like 7 o'clock or something? That's the primetime game, Chicago at Indiana. That's the game everybody want to see. But we'll be watching Friday. Friday, I will be live streaming at 7:30. So come in. I'll be live streaming. I can't show the actual broadcast, but I can keep the scoreboard up. The chat's going to be going. So if you want to, say something, have comments, I will drop the link so you can come on live. And I have to say this because I always say this and people forget. If you want to come on the show and give your comments or your hot takes, you do not have to have your camera on. I know a lot of people don't want to have their face on camera. You can just turn the camera off and we can still hear you. So if you're a little camera shy, that's all good. We can still hear you and we can still have that conversation. So, I know I've always forget, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe and all that kind of good stuff. But we will be live streaming the game 7:30 versus Atlanta versus Washington. So that should be a good game. And again, every team got somebody I want to watch. And Tahina Pow is that player. Want to see that player. Want to see South Carolina players excel. All right. So yeah, I will see y'all then. Should be a good one. Should be a good one. I'm ready for the season to start. I'm gonna put my order in for some merch. Got to order the WNBA season pass or whatever for Ion. I'm gonna do all that stuff, man. Do all that stuff. It should be fun. So mark it up in your calendars. We'll probably get started probably right around 7:15. Game starts at 7:30. We'll be going through the game. We'll have discussions. The mic will be open if you want to come on the show. We're going to have some good conversation, man. But listen, I definitely appreciate everybody that was in the chat tonight. I appreciate it for my brothers, Zoe from I Am Zoe Media. Make sure you check him out. Go to his channel, I Am Zoe Media. Give him that subscribe button. Show him some love. Always got good things to say. Knows his basketball. He knows more than I do. Listen, man, I am not going to sit here and try to act like I know everything because I'm only a second-year fan. I'm always trying to find people that know more than me. Always. I'm not the smartest person in the room. So appreciate him for pulling up. Had good conversations. We're going to try to keep that party going, man. So make sure y'all join me Friday night, 7:30. We're going to make this thing happen. But Brandon Sleep, I appreciate the super chats, bro. Ryan Krause, Eric Robertson, Kev, as usual. Hold on for a second. Hold on. Don't go nowhere yet. Hold on. Don't go nowhere yet. Let me jump in the chat. Brandon. I got him, right? All right. Brandon, you got your wrench. Appreciate everybody. So that was it, man. We gonna rock and roll. Nubian Sage 1. I appreciate the chats, man. Keep it hot and coming, man. I appreciate that. Who else? Vance, as usual. I appreciate you. Kev, the PRF. I appreciate you. Michael. Real Money. Reddit Milky Way. Nawala Sensora Solo Wrestling. Appreciate you, bro. Don't be a stranger. Man. Everybody that was in the chat. Yaman T. Yadua Inc. Is it Jamin or Yaman? Is it J silent? Either way, I appreciate you, man. Like I said, I Am Zoe Media. Everybody that was in the chat was fire. My brother Bro Claude, steady serving. I appreciate you, brother. Everybody's in the chat. My man Carlos, appreciate everybody, man. We had a good chat tonight. We're gonna keep it moving. I'll be back tomorrow. Probably got some more. I'll be sprinkling in a little bit of NFL news, and also let me bring this up real quick before I get up out of here. Let me bring this up. Don't forget to hit me up on my new channel. What I'm doing, I am slowly matriculating all of my basketball stuff to my new channel, Pro Fan Hoops. I got 57 subscribers right now. What I want to do is I'm going to build this up. I'm going to build this up till it can walk on its own. And then this will be my channel strictly for basketball. Right now, I'm still doing everything on Pro Fan Talk, but everything I do basketball, I'm going to put this live. I'm going to put this in the Opus clips, and all the clips that I produce are going on my Pro Fan Hoops channel. So I'm going to have two channels, one for basketball and one for football. But right now, I'm building everything on Pro Fan Talk and just slowly but surely matriculating everything to all my basketball content, NCAA women's and WNBA on Pro Fan Hoops. So do me a favor, give me a subscribe on Pro Fan Hoops, and we're going to keep this thing going. And eventually, this is going to be my spot for basketball. All right? But you got to crawl before you can walk, so I'm getting it done. I ain't in no hurry. I'm going to keep doing the same content here, and when it's time to take the training wheels off, that's what I'm going to do. All right? So I'm going to get up out of here, man. I'm going to get some more to eat, and I'm going to appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. All right? Y'all have a good night. Holler at you in the next one. Peace.